నార్మల్ కూడా క్యాప్చర్ నార్మల్ క్యాప్చర్
Dr. Ravi is seasoned engineering postgraduate in Gudlavalleru design, possessing extensive expertise in ASIC and FPGA technologies, proficient in hardware description languages, and backed by 15 years of professional experience. He currently excels as an associate professor at Seshadri campus. His contributions extend to 18 international journals and conferences. Let's welcome our esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Ravi, to the dais with a big round of applause. Our faculty, Mrs. Malar ma'am and Ms. Anusha ma'am, thank you for giving us this opportunity and conducting the event. I invite Mrs. Seshadri ma'am, Assistant Professor, Dr. Kumari ma'am, Assistant Professor, and Mr. Sunil Kumar sir to the dais. And I welcome all the faculty and students who are gathered here. Now the hassles of life and focus on the tranquility within us. I invite Janavi onto the Thank you, Janvi, for the soulful prayer. We hope it has instilled in us a sense of calm and tranquility and has prepared us for the activities planned today. I request all the students to please be seated. I request the clappers. Let's begin the event with these positive vibrations around us and within us. Now, I would like our beloved Seshadri to speak a few words about this evening.
Respected principal of this college, Dr. A. Srinivas Reddy sir. Actually, sir was little busy, that's the reason we were not able to attend our inauguration program. During the felicitation, sir will join with us. And I cordially invite Dean of CMR Engineering College, Dr. C.S. Ravi sir. And today, guest speaker, Dr. S. Ravi, Associate Professor from Vijayawada, Gudlavalleru Engineering College, Department of EC. And my dear colleagues, Dr. Seshadri madam, Dr. Kumari madam, the senior faculty, Sunil Kumar sir, cordially inviting all to attend today's program. Actually, I didn't expect this many students will attend today's event because it's a weekend. But still, I am happy. And today you are going to learn one of the important topics of your life. Before going to this, you should know what is the startup. Why startup? Why we are going for the startup? Suppose if you are facing any daily life, day-to-day life, as well as problems, what are the problems you are facing? That's you are going to be analyze and you are going to be start as your own business. So if you have take example, most of us studying in the campus. We have a canteen, isn't it? 5,000 students at a time morning 9 o'clock if they are going to canteen, are they able to provide the food for all? It's not possible, isn't it? So you can also design any app. You can also design app that only CMR engineering colleges who are studying in the various departments, you can create the database, and also you can connect with the connectivity with your front-end programming languages. You can design any applications. Through the applications, you can order for the food. The people from the canteen, they will provide the food during your classroom also. Like how Swiggy, Zomato is doing. Why Swiggy and Zomato was started? Do you know? What is the reason? Because you have to go to the hotels and you have to they face a lot of problem, traffic issues. So instead of moving there and spending 1,000 or 2,000 rupees for travel itself, Zomato was started.
Similarly, with lot of restaurant, and he is collecting the data, what are the foods is available, and he has arranged some person to go and pick the food from there and deliver where it is needed. Say we take it as a red bus or Ola. Is there only any vehicles? No. Simply they will be collecting the data where exactly they wanted and they are delivering where it has to be reached. Right? So if you have any small idea, in older days, if you have any idea, you cannot able to market it. So you have to keep your radar with the world. But nowadays, if you go for any MSME, you know what is the MSME? MSME, micro, small, medium enterprise. There is a government organization is there. If you are having any idea, you can submit your proposal there. If the proposal is worthy, they are giving whatever the fund is required for you. If it is 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs, they will sponsor you to make it as a prototype model. Once the prototype is success, you can market directly. So last year we got 6 MSME idea, which is the highest idea selected in the country by CMRC. All is done by your CMRC students only. Have you heard this news? Just check it at the website. We have 6 idea, right? The 6 idea for that the government is already sponsors 2 crore rupees. It's all by the students only. So I encourage all the students to concentrate more on this one and try to become a successful entrepreneur in the future. Thank you and thank you for the opportunity and thank you for the organization.
Thank you, Prof.
Those things I don't want. If you have such a kind of thought, definitely you can think about startups. Right? So the purpose of startup is you have to provide some service or a product. So think about it. During the course of this discussion, we will come up with what are the possible services on your own behalf that we will try to bring. And we are trying to solve some problems. The problem means not just 1 or 2. Think across the globe. When you try to solve a problem, we have to think, is this the need for the whole world, not just my area alone? Rather than thinking our local projects, we have to think global level. Maybe your startup that starts in the local level. You are trying to provide solution local, but every time you should think scaling your business to global. Right? So if we, right, the product ultimately should have long-term goal that is going to make huge revenue. Initially it may be less, right? Keeping these aspects, they are going to consider this as well. So these are some basic aspects. I just want to give a clarification in terms of a comparison between startup and small business. In the beginning itself I told you, small business means something which is existing. In the small amount of investment you make, I mean the capital you put, you start a shop or a small business. Will it be treated as a startup means? It may not be. In many aspects it looks similar. Very few employees, small amount of capital, limited revenue initially, later it may get up, grow, right? But what are the basic aspects in which it differs? If you see, these are the 5 aspects through which we differ, it differs. So it's going to differ in terms of 5 aspects. First one is industries. So not all the things cannot be treated as startup. These are the categories you can understand. What is the first one they say? Emerging technology. For example, in your domain, you are saying cyber security, some blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. So like many other technologies comes, if your product is going to utilize one of those things and going to have, then that will be considered as a startup company. So this category of industry. Next one, business to business. Any idea on this? Business to business? B2B? You are doing a business for another business. Say for example, you have your company called TVS. You are selling some motorcycles or cars. Do you think they manufacture each and every spare parts of that? What they do? There will be some medium scale industries or small scale industries. They will hand over that as a project for them. They get the products ready. They go for only quality checks. As a TVS company, I have my own standards. If you give me the product with this quality, I will accept. So they pay some money, they get the product and use it. So what kind of company is this? Business to business. Already existing business is there, you are supporting their business, that's all. So that category also may be there, business to business. And software as a service, this, as you all know, alright, in your cloud environment, different kind of structures are there. Software as a service, application as a service, different services are there. One such thing also may be considered as startup. The third one, the fourth one, e-commerce and consumer goods means whatever you see, Amazon is there, right? They are selling products. Similarly, Flipkart, those are e-commerce services. Some banking application also you can develop. All those things are financial dealings and products. Those products also, industries also considered under this. Then, financial technology. Financial technology means this Phone Pay, Bharat Pay, and Google Pay, whatever the application you develop, if you are going to, yes, a new product, if you are going to develop for financing, that also will be considered this. The last one, these are certain industries, they have classified. Because these are the demands for a large community, not just for few people, right? Across the globe, these are the needs. So healthcare industries, you are going to develop an application. When you want to connect with a doctor, you make your request, they give you some timings, right? Those things you can consider as industries. And sometimes you may combine 2 or 3, right? And the next one, target market. You have said that it is your startup. What's going to be your target market? Small business, what is the target market? A small startup, what is the target? It makes the difference. For small business, initially you have less customers. Even for startup also, you are not much aware or you are in the same target. Your target is something very high because you are in the initial stage, but always your thoughts will be working towards reaching the large number of customers. Huge demand you have to think. You have started a simple tea shop. Will you think that I have to establish, I am going to start more and more? Will you be having that idea? Maybe you want to make it as a successful business. You will look for some profit out of that shop. That's what hardly you are thinking. Alright? Initially you will be looking for some no loss. Then you will be gradually increasing the profits, right? So such a way, the target market, if you look, having very high goal, you have to go for startup. And in this particular process, you have to compete with other companies. As I said before, if WhatsApp comes, it has to compete with Facebook. If it becomes successful, then you are saying that you have reached large people, your company value goes high, naturally you earn money. And the next one, growth. So there is a simple thing I have shown an example here. Coffee day and the other one is a tea stall. Are there difference between the two or not? A tea stall, what you see in front of our college, you see hardly for 10 years, 15 years. The same guy will be there hardly, sun may come, and the other persons they call from their native. Their goal is not to expand across different states or countries, nothing is there. That scalability or growth is not their motive. Their motive is to run the business, whatever the raw material required for tomorrow business. Like they consider that there is a meeting tomorrow, extra 100 members come means for that they will invest some money and they will make the things ready and sell it. They think that okay, they have earned some little more money than before, right? That's the goal. But growth in the case of startup is not like that. The day one you start your company, you have to think it is going to reach huge market. And the next one, financial investment. This is also there is a small gap between the two. A business you start means normally you invest your money. If it is a small business, you get money from your friends or some bank loans. That is the maximum limit for small business. Whereas if you think of startup means you are thinking about attracting investors. Not only like venture capitalists. Some bankers are there, they will provide money especially for people with innovative ideas and a company which is going to have great future ahead. Only those companies they will invest. So such a kind of people, in addition to that, government is there to support it. Right? There are many schemes are there. Under this, you will get your financial investment. And the longevity is the last factor I would like to discuss and come to a simple way of play. Longevity means how long the company is going to sustain. A startup is going to sustain for a quite long time. A small business, person who starts a small business, they will keep in mind that this business must go successfully a long time. It has to run for a long time. Maybe if more money comes, I will plan for establishing one more branch. That is hardly their target is. But this startup, if you consider longevity means the duration already government has fixed for 10 years. That is as per the category. And is it a software company? It is a VLSA company.
Yeah, actually, because it was supposed to be an open source thing, we continued to do it in parallel to our jobs. And the thing was, we didn't know programming, the Java and the .NET, and I said I was working for Texas Instruments, so we realized I had done. So actually, we went and bought books on how to write software. I knew C++, but I didn't know the other software. So we literally started with a hello world program which rendered on the website. So it took. So when slowly converted into SMS based, then from there converted to computer based. And then by our third year, we were selling enough seats. That's when we revisited launching the software for bus operators. So we went back, picked up that code and wrote the software for bus operators. And then we estimated that we'd get 100 bus operators in 5 years from there. Because just 5 years back, I think sometimes I'm like astonished as how the world changed in 5 years. Right? 5 years back, there was no internet. Trustworthy internet connectivity in India, and that too in rural areas where the bus operators are there. So,
I welcome Dr. Srivastava to the event. Dr. S. Reddy sir, a name which spells supreme quality in the fields of academics and administration. Good morning. Good afternoon, Brother. Happy to see such a gathering over here. Is it Cyber Secretary? Yes, sir. There is a lot Cyber Secretary branch. So nice to see really respected Dr. Ravi sir, who has graced this occasion as a guest speaker. Hope you all are enlightened. You listened the topic and you are expecting to tell us what you got today. Is it useful, this session? Yes, sir. Such kind of sessions are required further? Yes, more and more? Yes, sir. Say, tell me more. Give it up. See, always we are into this classroom teaching. Really, I do understand the principle because I am spending more time in the college. That's where we understand classroom teaching. It has become like routine and outdated because yes, truly understanding that fact, we are trying to diversify the academic activities in the name of co-academic practices. See, you would have come across many co-academic practices wherein the routine scheduled things are happening. Scheduled thing means whichever is driven by the department and faculty coordinators, it is happening. But there is no voluntary activity that is taking place from students' side. For example, we formed many clubs. Everybody is expecting a teacher or anybody to welcome you to work under that club or to lead some activity under that club. I think this is not expected from you. What I am expecting you to do is, say maybe in the class, say for example, right from morning 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock, say most of you are just simply sitting in the classroom. At times you may not like that lecture at all, but still you know that subject very well, but still you are spending forcibly the time. So that's where we are expecting some voluntary teams, like maybe 3-member team, 5-member team. Okay, come out of the class. Don't make noise and don't disturb other classes, but you gather in your own laboratory or maybe at whichever the place. Maybe there are some innovation centers, there are some entrepreneurial activities. So you should form into such a small groups and lead your own activities. Say if you have some certain idea, you can just come to a professor and you can discuss. That start of environment I am expecting. Actually, we have been practicing these things. Very unfortunate thing. Every year, say the new set of students will be coming to every level, and this spreading awareness, because our family is too big, really too big. Even if I want to address all the students across the college, it takes minimum 1 month for me. I should go around each and every class. Around about 60 classes are there. Okay, so that's where what I request you to do is, like, under in the name of any club, because you have so many clubs. It need not be your own departmental club or association. It can be of any thing like robotics, which is not there maybe exactly functioning in your department, but a set of students from your group, you can go and work under robotics club. There is no hard and fast rule. If you put up 99% attendance, what you are going to get? Any gold medal? Nothing. Any appreciation? Nothing. See, you are all just following the teacher's words. You are not using your mind. Please apply your own thought. Don't break the rules, but you please try to have your own set of procedures. Okay, by conveying to your HOD or your class teacher, you can just simply go and work under that club or association, or in some R&D center, or in some entrepreneurial. EDC cell is also there. There is one dean, and I think you never even look at that rules. You never look at that board. You don't like to look at that board because